Hello, hello. Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are y'all doing? Hello, it's good to see everyone. Did everyone remember I was going live tonight? I said six-ish. Six-ish. I was pretty much right on. Hello, hello. Oh, is today the first day of fall? I didn't even know that.
Apparently I can't comment anymore.
Are you subscribed? Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Hello, Fran. Hello. It's good to see everyone on here. So for those joining, this is a subscription only live. So there'll be less people. I can see more comments. But it will work much the same way. My moderator will choose someone, and then I will do a spirit-led one. My moderator will choose someone, and I will do a spirit-led one. So if everyone is having a, okay, we're going to start with I'm Moody, which is Marilyn, message from her mom. All right. Hope everyone had a great week or is having a great week. I don't know if y'all saw my video. I did an MRI this morning, which was pretty stellar because I got to stay in that thing. Last time I did an MRI, I couldn't stay in there. Those things are scary. All right. We are, for those of you who are watching, make sure you are, Marilyn's mom is about whom I start describing. Make sure, Marilyn, that you are confirming or denying. It's called evidential mediumship, and we just want to make sure. I was live last night, Miss Melissa, but I'm glad you missed me. I was live last night. Before that, Melissa, I had taken just a week off or so. I had to get my schedule in order. I was diagnosed with a health concern, and so I had to get my schedule of treatments down before I could open up my calendar to when I was available, because I didn't like... all right, I'm Moody. All right. You'll see my cute glass someone sent me. Isn't that cute? All right. Marilyn, your mom, or the person stepping up when I called your mom, is someone who is, she's a classy lady. She's all about her having her lipstick on. I'm not saying she wore a ton of other lipstick, but she's making me want to put lipstick on. Also, she is very much... Every time she left the house, she makes me want to like grab a cup and put it in her car. Like she always had to have something to drink with her. I can't tell if it's water or soda, but she always had to have something with her to drink. She very much loved her earrings. She reminds me of me. I have actually gone out to the garage and come back inside and put earrings on because I wear them so much. I say, I feel like I'm naked without my earrings. So does this sound like your mom, Marilyn? Miss Marilyn. All right. She says no, it doesn't sound like her mom. So let's see who this sounds like. All right, listen up, everyone. We have a spirit up for grabs. This lady has a mom energy about her. She is very much talking about, she liked to have her makeup on. She wouldn't go anywhere without lipstick. She is showing me she always had a drink with her. I can't tell if it's water or soda, but she always had to have a drink with her when she left. She also very much loved her earrings, couldn't go anywhere without them. She felt naked without them. She was showing me she passed, I want to say in her 70s. And in her younger life, she's showing me in her younger life, she was very much a mover and a groover, energetic. And then as she got closer to her passing, towards the end of her life, she'd significantly slowed down. She had swelling issues. She had, I was going to say she put on a lot of weight, but I think it was just because she couldn't really move very much. So does this sound like anyone's mom or a mom figure to them? Doesn't look like anyone's going to grab this lady. She are you wanting me to read your grandmother, or are you saying this sounds like your grandmother? Because it was your mom you asked for. Or are you saying this sounds like your grandmother? Or are you now wanting to switch me and pull up your grandmother? Description, please. I'm moody. You see her commenting? I don't see her saying anything. So does this sound like, Caitlin, does this sound like your, or Marilyn, does this sound like your grandma? I don't see her saying anything. All right, we're going to describe this person one more time, and then you're welcome to stay, but I'm doing it. All right, looks like it's I'm Moody's grandmother. I felt like she was attached to you. That's why I was confused when you said that it wasn't your mom. So it's your grandmother. I'm doing a subscription only tonight, so it won't be nearly as many people. But you're welcome to stay.
Okay.
I have a second moderator if y'all want to throw some psychic in there. I will get to them. She'll write them down and I'll get to them. All right, so I'm Moody. This is your grandma, not your mama. You're welcome. You're welcome, kisses. You know, Marilyn, your grandmother is very much talking about how she knows you feel not orphan, but you feel like kind of alone sometimes, and that you don't have that female role model to look up to. But she says, we're around her all the time. We're around her all the time. All she has to do is talk to us and we won't answer. Your family very much has been dropping synchronicities into your life, so make sure you're looking for those. Synchronicities are things that drop in 2 and 3 times, are kind of pulling you in a different direction in your life. She is also saying either you or someone close to you has been having a lot of relationship issues, and she's not offering an opinion on it outside of the fact she is saying, what would you say if your friend was being treated that way? So just know that spirits step up, and they won't tell you leave him, bad relationship, unless there's straight up abuse going on. They more of lead you in that direction. And I want everyone here to be careful, and it's just heavy on my heart today because I've been doing a ton of readings the last couple of days because I'm trying to make up for some time I have to take off for surgery. And I don't know what some of the mediumship community is doing out there. I know there's some beautiful, beautiful readers out there that are authentic and lovely. But this lady stepped up today, and her husband passed, and she has been upset for 6 months since she got her last reading because they told her that he was extremely sad in heaven because it wasn't his time to go, and he had been mourning his death in heaven. Are you kidding me? You're in heaven. I mean, that just set her back in her grieving so long. Your loved ones are in unconditional love. So make sure you're very careful if anyone listening, because I know you can listen and not join the live, that you're being very careful and you're making sure your reader is coming from authentic heart and they're putting love first. Okay, so Marilyn just kind of commented that she knew what I was talking about, the relationship issue. Also, your grandmother is talking about her and your mom send you butterflies and dragonflies. And no, that is not butterflies and dragonflies down the street and around the corner. They have to be ones that are more around you. Like you go outside and there's a butterfly. You go outside and there's a dragonfly. All right, Miss Marilyn, thank you for letting me read your grandma. Glad it was her because I knew that she was connected to you. Marilyn has said a couple of times I'm freezing. Am I freezing for anyone else?
I'm freezing on my phone, but not on my
You're
computer.
not freezing on my phone.
Very rude. All right. Someone else is saying I'm freezing too. I don't know. My internet connection looks good. It's not unstable at all. Let me look over here. Yep. Nope, not unstable. Sorry. I got the best internet connection we can offer around here. All right, who you got?
Angie. Dad. Arthur.
Dad, author.
Arthur.
All right, Dad, Arthur. Okay, the second I said Dad, Arthur, I see a gentleman sitting down in a recliner with his legs, like one knee is down, one knee is completely down, the other is crossing it like here, and he's reading a paper. When he's sitting in this recliner and he's reading his paper, where he would sit his drink is to the left of him, but he was right-handed. Because he shows me kind of reaching across with his right arm to grab his drink that he's drinking. He liked to watch sports, he liked to keep up on the stats, and he is showing me watching sports on TV. He is also showing me wearing white socks a lot, and white socks and like whatever shoes he wore with them, it didn't quite look right because I feel some people teasing him about that. Oh, I'm freezing bad.
A lot of people say you're freezing.
I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm not supposed to be live tonight.
You're frozen on the
Can you even hear me?
Good question.
Yeah. Can you hear me when I'm frozen?
phone. No.
I feel some people teasing. Am I unfrozen?
Yes. No.
Okay, so Angie said yeah, she confirmed.
Good.
All right, I don't know what to do, people. So my internet connection is as good as I can get it. I don't know. I even have an extender in here. I'll look to make sure my extender was plugged in, and it is. I have a booster in my office. All right, if it keeps up, I'll have to get off, but we'll see if we can make it roll. Okay, so Angie just confirmed that I had described was her dad, and
Probably a lot of energy coming through.
is a lot of energy coming through. All right. Your dad is talking about, I know, I was just trying to decide, is some spirit doing that? And as y'all were talking, I did say, if it's a spirit doing it, please stop. It's no fun. It's no fun for people to watch. It's no fun for me to deal with, so stop. You still watch sports and thinks of your dad. Like every time, he just gave you a great love of watching sports, and every time you watch it, you think of him and you still miss him. Your dad's also talking about, like, you talk to him about sports teams. And when spirit mentioned things like they can hear us talking, they see you watching sports teams, it's just a sign that they are around us and they see what's going on. So Angie, someone close to you has recently gotten a new boyfriend or a new significant other. Do you know who he's referencing? Miss Angie, do you know who he's referencing when he's talking about someone has recently gotten in a new relationship? Okay, I don't see her confirming that yet, so I'll just roll on so we're not held up.
Yeah, I'm at a game right now.
Oh, look at that. You're at a game right now. That's so funny. No wonder he's talking so much about this ball game. So Angie, whoever is in this new relationship that would have been close to your dad, he's very much happy about it. This person has started looking for something else in a spouse or in a mate. I shouldn't say a spouse because it's not to that point yet. In a significant other than they used to. And just how happy he is for that. They're actually looking for someone nice instead of, I don't know if I can say what he's saying, instead of the controlling a-hole. Let's put it that way. So just know, if you recognize who your dad is talking about, that he very much is in favor of this relationship. All right. Thank you, Miss Angie, for letting me read your dad.
I have 2 questions.
I got a couple of questions.
I got 2 of them.
Sure. Got a couple of
Put
psychic
their
to
names
answer.
at the end, 'cause
I
it's
don't
like-
usually have a second moderator, but my second moderator's boyfriend's out of town, and so I have some help. Am I going to lose 100 pounds? You know, unfortunately, for who asked me that, I'm not feeling the energy behind it, because it's one thing if we say we want to lose 100 pounds, and it's another thing if we have set a plan in motion that we want to stick to. You know, I know a lot of you don't know this. My husband and I both do hypnotherapy. If anyone's interested in changing their mindset, it's like you have this unconscious belief about being heavy, and you have to get to the bottom of it and fix that if you're interested. So we both have websites. I don't think mine's on there yet, but you can make an appointment for a reading and just say you want hypnotherapy. Was there foul play in your niece? Absolutely, there was foul play. Feeling that pretty strongly. There was foul play in the niece's death. All right. Who else we got going on here?
Marissa, Grandpa John.
Marissa wants Grandpa John.
Marissa, Grandpa John.
All right, Miss Marissa. Grandpa John. You know, Grandpa John is showing me, he's showing me a lot of things. I was like, slow down, dude. What you want me to focus on? He's showing me, I think he's going to focus on his love for guns. He very much loved guns. He loved collecting them, talking about them, going to the gun range. He's also talking about like ammo. He just loved being surrounded by all that stuff, and he did it correctly. He wasn't some crazy person who believed in having, you know, a basement full of guns that were not locked up and not properly cared for. No, he very much believed in having them and honoring them for what they were. He was a very patriotic man. He's also showing me he loved the fall. Like he's wanting to take me outside, and it's this crisp fall air, and the leaves are falling to the ground. He was in the Army. Very good. He actually continued after he left the Army to wear, like, I don't know what they called him when he had on fatigues, BDUs, whatever they called him. He didn't wear them as like in a uniform, but he'd wear like the jackets, and was very, very proud of his service. He also loved the country, loved being outside, loved being here outside, is just to enjoy that air. He loved his coffee very much. He could have, not just the first cup in the morning, he could have taken that coffee intravenously. He is also talking about, he's teasing you, Marissa. Have you been drinking some foo-foo coffee? That's what he's calling it. Because I was asking him, I said, oh, did someone else in the family get your love for coffee? And he said, yeah, no, Marissa drinks that foo-foo coffee. So Marissa, you been drinking foo-foo coffee? When spirits come through and say things like that, it's just their sign that they're around you, they see what's going on, and I don't let spirits say, tell them I'm around them. They have to prove it, and they do about that by telling me things I wouldn't know. He's also telling me, let's see, he's saying something about like a granddaughter, like a smaller granddaughter, maybe a great granddaughter. Do you have a little girl, Marissa?
Yes, ma'am. So does my dad. He's the one who got me in the coffee.
Very good. Marissa, do you have a daughter? Because he's showing me a little girl who is still alive that he's around all the time. And is just talking about just how sweet and adorable that little girl is. He hangs out with her all the time. And she actually can see him and has talked to him. I don't think people realize it yet.
Oh yeah. Be careful who you pay for readings from.
Yes, right? Katie Broom, be very careful. I'm not saying it has to be me, but just be careful who you get readings from. So scary. Ah, stepdaughter, and you're currently pregnant. Congratulations. I knew he was just talking about a brand new baby coming in. Very good. Thank you, Marissa. Your grandpa is just so excited about that new baby coming into your life. Make sure that when your baby gets old enough to track, and where they can track with their eyes, if you see that baby looking at people that you think aren't there, or looking at something that's not there, just know that's your grandfather. That's so sweet. He's already telling you he's going to be around your baby. That is incredibly sweet. All right, thank you, Marissa, for letting me read your grandpa. We have more?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you wanted them right now.
Fran, will my daughter find love in the next year? I do think she will. I do feel your aunt taking her own life. I do feel that. What I'm feeling is, and I see this a lot, so if anyone out there listening has someone who is on any kind of antidepressants or any kind of medication for depression and they switch their medication, you're welcome, Marissa. Make sure you keep an eye on them. I'm feeling that's very much what happened with your aunt, Dustin, that she was on some kind of medication and they switched it. I see a lot of people passing, one thing, they're on medication and it's switched. And also, if someone has done drugs and they get clean and they go back to doing drugs, then because they go back to doing drugs the way they did before they stopped and their body just can't handle it. Jules, does her father know about her? He does. I feel like he wonders about you off and on. Like, what are you doing? How old are you? What do you look like? I do feel him doing that. All right, who we got?
Matt, Grandma Carol.
Matt, Grandma Carol. Okay, right off the bat, Matt, your grandma tells me that you're not eating right. I don't usually use that as identifying information, but I just thought it was funny because she was waiting. I was not even finished writing Grandma Carol, and she's like, he is just not eating right. Tell him he needs to take care of himself. He is just not treating his body right. She's calling you her handsome boy, so it tells me that, okay, Matt, I am reading your Grandma Carol. This is Grandma Carol for Matt, so your job now is to confirm if this sounds like Grandma Carol. Instantly, she's talking about that you're not eating right, Matt. Are you not eating right? That you need to take better care of yourself. You're not eating right, and you're just go, 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 and not taking care of your body. She's also saying how much she misses spending time with you, and that you are her handsome boy. And she's talking about, have you recently had a girl not treat you right? She's making me feel like there's been a girl that...
He said yes, I can confirm it.
Don't you love it, Matt, when your Grammy comes back from heaven to visit you and she's talking about you taking better care of yourself. She's also talking about a girl recently. She's actually teasing you, so let me see if I can get this right. A girl not treating you right. But when she said that, Matt, your grandma, when she was talking about this girl not treating you right, she's like, Matt, did you ever want to consider when that girl didn't treat you right, that might have been a little bit of karma coming back at you? Matt, have you been playing the field? What you been doing with yourself out there? You're not eating right. You're not taking care of yourself. What's your Grammy talking about here? Inquiring minds want to know. There's only, like tonight, we're in a very low night because it's subscription night. There's only about 100 people. Only about 100 people want to know what your Grammy's talking about right now. We're nosy, Matt. Give us the goods. Your grandma is also talking about, in all seriousness, yes, I was teasing you, but we do want the goods, Matt, that there is going to come a time here in the near future that it's going to be time for you to switch jobs and make sure you're looking for those synchronicities. You're not making the connection. Is it your brother? Is it someone around you? Someone, it's either you or someone very close to you who has recently had a girl not treat them right. And she's kind of saying, you have to treat them right for them to treat you right. So I blame it on my brother if I were you too. I'm just kidding. She is talking about a job though. She is saying that in the next 6 months, you really need to be on the lookout for a transition happening in your job, and can be your brother. I'd blame my brother too, Matt. I would. I'm just teasing you. So whenever spirit is, Matt, whenever spirit is trying to lead you in a different direction, what happens is you start getting unsatisfied, you start getting that feeling in the pit of your stomach when you walk into work, and then synchronicities start dropping in, like other people talking about other companies that have jobs open, and it has something to do with your leadership. I don't know if there was a transition in your leadership at your work lately, or if there's going to be one coming up, but it's got something to do with your leadership. It's going to be start getting a little bit toxic, and there's got to need to be a change made there. She's also showing me my sign for people who start companies. So we're not getting too in depth in that because I know you're not here and can't confirm it real quick. But I would be interested to know if you had thought about going out on your own and starting a side business, because your grandmother is very much making me feel like this side business going on.
Took a new director position that I am unhappy with.
You know, I'm feeling to hang out there. I know as unhappy as you are, you'd like to say. She's not saying quit now. She's really not. She's saying to just hang out, do some time, get some experience under your belt, and then start looking around. Some other opportunities are going to come up. And I feel like it's going to be in the springtime in about 6 months. So hold tight. Start surrounding that. Start trying to manifest some...
I have a stained glass business.
Oh, do you? That's what she was talking about, this side business. That's beautiful. I love stained glass. Congratulations. Yes, yes. One day, she's saying, one day. I feel like you would like it to be your full-time job one day. I think one day it will. I was very much feel like you're going into business for yourself. So one day, that will be your full-time business. Until then, hang tight. All right. Thanks, Matt, for letting me read your grandma. She was a joy. She was kind of funny. And came through with some very good, solid business advice for you.
Try this one before we switch over to one.
Brittany, will I get the traveling position I've applied for? Yes, ma'am, you will. I'm feeling pretty strong about that. Don't y'all like it when my moderator's boyfriend's out of town? That's funny. It's funny that, you know, what is even more funny is that when she had the other boyfriend, she was still in here, but this one seems to, she hangs out with him a little bit more. All right, who we got going on next?
Priscilla, Dad, Joe.
Priscilla, her dad, Joe. Okay, Miss Priscilla, did your dad serve in the military? I should be more specific. What I am actually seeing is a gentleman stepping up in camouflage gear. So let me be specific on that.
She said no.
Did he wear camo? Did he go hunting, like the outdoors, and wear camo stuff sometimes? Because that's more of what I was seeing. He corrected me, like right when it came out. I said, did he serve in the military? I don't know if you heard me. He's like, let me correct that. He's showing me camo. You froze up when I asked if my father... Oh, yes, he does. I do remember that. No, he didn't. All right, so let's see. We have a spirit up for grabs here. We have a father energy. This gentleman was very outdoorsy. He hunted. He fished. And he was hunting and fishing and doing things like that to the point that it did kind of cause problems in his marriage. What's your name, dude? I'm still hearing a J name, like Jason, Jeffrey, something like that. All right. Yep, this is spirit led. Listen up. Let's see if we can figure out who this gentleman belongs to. We have a gentleman. It could be James. I'm definitely hearing this J name. James, Jeffrey, Jason. He was outdoorsy. He hunted, he fished, he was wearing the camo gear. And he did it to the detriment of his marriage. I'm not saying his marriage failed, but it definitely caused him problems. He just liked to be with the guys more than he liked to be with his family, and his family knew it, and it caused problems. Does this sound like anyone knows here? Huh. Britt.
You saw Britt's coming?
I do, Miss Britt.
Did everything else fit?
She said she doesn't know him well.
My dad hunted and fished, parents divorced, one camel, but his name is Billy.
Okay, Kimberly. Is there a J name around him? I know you said your dad was Billy, but is there a J name around him? So I have a couple of questions. Is there a J name around Billy, like a cousin, a friend, something like that? And also, what was the other one? So I have a question for that. And then Britt, you said your dad's name was Jason, but you don't know if he's alive or not. Does everything else fit him?
His brother was John.
There we go. I think we're with Kimberly. She's the one who confirmed everything. Yep. All right, we're with Kimberly here. All right, Miss Kimberly. She confirmed everything just then. The hunting, the fishing, the parents divorcing. The J name was actually his brother's name. So there we go. Thank you, Miss Kim. Miss Kim. All right, what you got for me? You know, your dad is stepping up with just a lot of apologies about how he lived his life. He lived his life in a very self-centered way, and he didn't do it meanly. A lot of people that are self-centered or manipulative and just kind of mean. He wasn't like that. He was just going to do what he wanted to do. And he just didn't care that your mom and you needed him home and that he needed to be home. He just wanted to hang out with the boys, and he wanted to, and he felt very justified. What about the other girl? I don't know which other girl you're talking about. Katie Broom. I think it's the other girl that was trying to grab the spirit. She backed out because the rest of it didn't fit. Okay. Kimberly, your dad is, okay, I don't know why he's saying
Yeah,
this.
he flew and stayed busy with his friends.
He is also saying, Kimberly, to not choose someone like him. Are you in a relationship with someone who is maybe not showing you enough attention?
Kristen said it fits her dad.
Yeah, but it's already been claimed by Kimberly.
Agreed.
This spirit has been claimed by Kimberly. If the message resonates with you, then it could definitely be like I've heard me talk before, how spirits will double up and send like one message to multiple people through one person. Your dad is stepping up with almost like a begging feel to him, wanting you to make sure that you choose someone that cherishes you and that
Self-centered.
Kimberly, don't do it. Don't do it, Kim. Back away from the boy. I'm teasing, but not really. This is much how spirits, when people come to me and they do readings, that happens several times today. People wanting to know about their significant others, or they cheat, or this. And what spirit will say is, how do you unsubscribe? I don't really know, honey. I don't know how you unsubscribe. I have no idea. Does anyone know how you unsubscribe?
I'm sure they can figure it out.
You ask Spirit and, should I leave? Should I stay? And they will ask you probing questions. They will ask probing questions and kind of let you make the decision because it's free will and they want you to have a play in where you're going with your life. So your dad is just very much talking about please find someone who honors you and cherishes you and puts you first how you belong or where you belong. All right. Thank you so much for letting me read your dad, Miss Kimberly. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I have a spirit stepping up here. I know it's usually my moderator's turn, but this name is coming to me loud and clear. I was trying to get more information from her. It's like Abigail. Abigail was young when she passed, like in her 20s young. She has a baby with her, and I was trying to decide, did she pass while she was pregnant, or did she leave a small baby behind? And she died in a car accident.
Almost dead.
All right, so Christina Hurst, they both passed.
Her sister passed at 23, 7 months pregnant.
Does this Abigail fit? Is the name Abigail fit, Kristen? I know that you're saying that it kind of fits your sister, but does the name Abigail fit somewhere in there? Is it her name? Is it someone around her? You're welcome, Miss Kim. Because that looks like the only thing that hasn't been claimed was all right, Miss Kim. Or no. Who were we with here? Christina, whoever that was. So did the name Abigail fit? I know someone tried to claim it all, but I'm still waiting for this Abigail. Okay, so no, there is not a name Abigail around Christina. I'm sorry, Christina, honey. Okay. So I'm hearing this name Abigail. So when I'm hearing the name Abigail, it could be someone around the spirit or it could be the spirit's name. This person passed in their 20s. And there is a baby around them. And I'm not sure if it looks like the baby's in spirit with them. So I'm not sure if that's a miscarriage they had, if they were pregnant when they died, or if that's the person's on here, like that she belongs to, baby, but she has a baby with her. All right, as I'm talking this through, this baby belongs to someone on here, someone who miscarried. And this person died in a car accident. Gabrielle. Abigail. Yeah, I could go with that. Gabrielle, yeah, I could go with that. 20s. She has a baby with her, so someone alive had a miscarriage. She's letting me know because I keep hearing, I have the baby. And she died in a car accident. So B.G. Jones, is this your spirit? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, fine. Lost me in the car accident.
Oh, okay. Very good. Not very good. I lost you at the car accident. But I'm glad you stepped up and said, nope, not mine. No car accident. All right. Looks like I'm going to describe this lady one more time. If no one grabs her, we'll put her in my parking spot. You know, I haven't used my parking spot in a while. What's up with that? Usually they've been being grabbed quickly. We have an Abigail, passed in her 20s. She has a baby with her, and it's a miscarried baby. And she passed in a car accident. All right, we're going to put her in my parking spot, and we're going to move on to someone else. We'll circle back to her. If someone recognizes her, pop it in the comments.
Amanda, sister Kristen.
Okay, Amanda, Sister Kristen. Amanda, your sister is showing me almost two different people. Like how she was one person at one point in her life, bubbly, happy. Yes, could a spirit for people not subscribed watching pop in? Absolutely, they can. And why would they do that? Because a spirit knows if someone is watching. And so, I mean, what is a subscription? $5. And so they're probably banking on the fact that whoever is watching will subscribe to get their message. Because, you know, a reading for $5, you can't beat that. That just never happens anywhere. Okay. Amanda, your sister Kristen, I'm seeing, she's showing me herself two different people. One is when she was young and happy and healthy and had all the things going for her. And then she's popping over and she's showing me she's sort of kind of struggling with life, started kind of self-medicating, and it really took a toll on her health. Amanda, does that sound like your sister? Miss Amanda. That doesn't sound like your sister. We'll move on. Or if I don't get a confirmation, we'll put her up for grabs. All right. I'm not seeing Miss Amanda commenting. I'm not sure if she's gone.
Unfortunately, I don't want to cheat past at 10 from birth to life.
Okay. We have a spirit here that is up for grabs. I'm still hearing a K name, but I'm hearing more of like a Kelsey, a Kinley, something like that. Kelsey, Kinley. She is showing me that when she was beautiful. She just had beautiful blonde hair. She was, had life going for her. She had tons of friends. Then she got mixed up in drugs. She started self-medicating, and it completely changed her personality, and it changed who she was as a person, of course, and then the drugs led to her demise. So does this sound familiar to anyone?
That's kind of sad.
I know it is sad. You know, someone said she just isn't around me. Our loved ones are always around me. The name is like a K name, Kelsey, Kinley, something like that. You have to understand, if there is 132 people on this live right now, how many more are there watching? And so if a spirit wants to push their way to the front, they're going to. And our loved ones are always around. I have never, ever, ever had someone book a one-on-one appointment with me and the spirits they wanted to hear from not show up. So that just tells me if that's happened thousands of times, it's going to be no different from you. Just because I didn't pull them up doesn't mean that they're not there. It means someone else pushed their way in front of them. All right, so does this guy or lady sound familiar to anyone? We have a K name, a Kinsey or a Kelsey. She is showing me her being completely two different people. She was young, beautiful, blonde hair, healthy, and then she got mixed up in drugs, started self-medicating, and very much just, I don't know if it was meth, but she's showing me like her skin being messed up. She got really skinny. You're not fixing her hair, just not taking care of herself. Okay, it all fits your best friend but the name. Okay, Miss Fran, is there a K name around that friend? Miss Franny. All right. haven't heard from his friend yet. She's just said that her name did not start with a K, but I'm pretty confident with Fran, it's probably just someone, like a sister or someone.
My daughter Kristen, her goddaughter.
There you go. Okay. Her daughter Kristen, her goddaughter. I was like, I knew that there was a K name around her. All right, Fran, here we go. She wants to apologize because she had become very distant. She kind of pushed you off towards the end of her life, and it was because she was so embarrassed over who she had become. She was embarrassed that she couldn't control this addiction, and for a while she could hide it, but then it started having such a detrimental effect on how she looked, she could no longer hide it. And she wants to say just what a good friend you were to her. Like, you tried to help her. You tried talking to her. You didn't judge her. You tried talking to her. And she wants you to know how much she very much appreciated that. She's also talking about what a great job you're doing with your daughter. And she's just going to turn out to be a phenomenal. Yeah, you... Aww. Thank you for confirming, Fran. She is saying that. You were an excellent friend to her. You didn't judge her. She wants you to know what a great job you're doing with your daughter, her goddaughter, and that she's around her all the time. Your daughter is going to come to a point where she is going to start kind of getting disinterested in schoolwork, and she's very much talking about make sure you keep her on the right track. Make sure you keep her on the right track. Keep her on schoolwork. She's a smart girl, and she needs to do something with that. That tells me that your friend was very smart and that she wanted to do something with her life, and she didn't.
The loss of her husband was too much for her.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's so sad whenever people, of course, I'm in the business of dealing with people in grief, and when they don't have a support system, and it just takes them out. But you tried, and she very much appreciates that. She wants to thank you for coming up and trying to save her and being her friend. Thank you, Miss Fran, for letting me use your friend. That was very sweet. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we are going to, real quick, I'm going to switch back to this one person I have in waiting. We have a name, Abigail, associated with this person in waiting. She died in her 20s. There is a baby in spirit with her, so someone on here that she belongs to had a miscarriage. You're welcome, Miss Fran. And this person in spirit died in a car accident. There's weird circumstances around the car accident, though. All right, so if this person fits you, put it in comments. Otherwise, we're going to head on, bowl on through here. Okay, what you got for me? Okay, so real quick, the person who was looking for her sister, yeah, I did. I know. My moderator took too long. My other moderator is calling him out on it because he didn't start saying anything. I was like, oh, too late. Got a spirit here. Whoop. I'm telling you, it takes 2.5 seconds to pull one up. Okay. The person on here who was trying to get me to pull up her sister, I don't remember her name or any of that, but she said she died of birth defects. Was it cerebral palsy? So the sister who died of birth defects, I don't remember your name or your sister's name, but was it cerebral palsy? If it was, please pop back in the comments. My moderator will be looking for it while I answer these. Yes, and seizures. Okay, Amanda, here we have her. All right, that was textbook. If y'all have watched me, okay. It's Celia. Abigail passed, but not an accident. I had a miscarriage. How did she pass? Because it sounds like you. But we're getting some lined up here. So let me get these out of the way, and I'm going to go back to Amanda and her sister. Courtney, when will Keith call and offer her a job? Will Keith call and offer her a job? I don't think he is, honey. I don't feel Keith calling and offering a job. Amanda, has her birth mom passed? That's a touchy question. I'm leaning towards yes, but please don't quote me on that. That's a touchy one without having someone here who can like confirm information.
Abigail had cancer.
Okay, had Abigail been in a bad car accident at some point in her life? Because I'm seeing this car accident having a huge effect on her life. Okay, Miss Amanda, your sister, the one who had cerebral palsy
Seizures.
and seizures, but all she's showing me is the cerebral palsy. That's all she's showing me. So I can't account for something she's not showing me. But when this little girl stepped up, it's like, who are you? She stepped up right behind the person that I was just trying to read, which tells me that friend really needed to hear from her. This little girl is showing me that y'all still celebrate her birthday every year. That y'all still, like, she is still very much alive and well in your family. Y'all still celebrate her birthday. She is still talked about. Y'all keep her very much alive in your family and how much she appreciates that. There is not a week goes by that someone in the family doesn't say, oh, she would be doing this if she were alive. She would be this age if she was alive. She's also showing me horses. Is it her that likes horses? Is it someone around her, Miss Amanda, that likes horses? She's definitely showing me these horses. I'm just feeling like it was something that she always, of course, didn't get to do, but always wanted to. Okay, for Abigail. Okay, Miss, it's Celia. We're gonna.
Me and my children had a party for her and cake.
Very good. Okay, stay put. It's Celia. We're gonna circle back to you after I finish Amanda. Very good. She is. Whenever spirits talk about that, it's a sign that they are around. And
She went to a special school and they rode horses.
oh, she went to a special school and they rode horses. Very good. She did a good job with her. An excellent job. Now, so what happened here for those of you watching is I already knew she had a handicap. So that's kind of, I can't really take that as evidential information. What she did tell me is that she had cerebral palsy, which is a little bit better. And so then she started giving me other information that now has been confirmed that she loved horses and that she sees people celebrating her birthday. And Amanda, you did a great job of confirming all the information. I appreciate how, I can imagine how fast your fingers are flying because you confirmed it real quick. She is very appreciative and thankful that she is still remembered and you still talk to your kids about her, that they know they had an aunt. And also, I want to commend you personally for making death not so scary. I get that comment so many times in my readings when no matter if I'm live or if I'm doing one-on-one, people say, you just make it seem so normal, because it is. Passing away and crossing over to heaven is normal. And I want to commend you for raising your daughters to understand the circle of life, and we still love and we still talk about those people once they pass. We keep them alive in our memories. So good job. She's also talking about that one of your daughters also loves horses. And when Spirit steps up and talks about something, what we consider kind of mundane like that, is a sign that they are around and they see the conversations going on in your house. So thank you very much, Amanda, for being patient and letting me read your sister. You did a good job. You did a good job confirming, and she did an excellent job with her information. We have to tell her, congratulations. Okay.
Priscilla, the car accident and she said she had it was
Okay. Yes. So now we are talking with is what?
It's Priscilla. Is her name.
It's Priscilla.
No, Priscilla is her name.
Priscilla. Miss Priscilla. Priscilla. Okay, so Priscilla just grabbed this spirit who had come forward earlier, and I had thanked it. And she confirmed everything. And the only thing that was confusing is she said that she had not died in the car accident, but she had had a car accident early in her life. And that was why she was very much talking about, having a car accident that had an impact on her life. And so Priscilla was also, because I knew the person in spirit was saying that she had someone's baby. And so I said, whoever she belongs to has had a miscarriage. So I think that's a beautiful way to, have you been wondering about your baby, Miss Priscilla? For your friend to step up and let you know that she very much has your baby. And your baby is alive and well in the spirit world, doing its thing. She's talking about how you are, like y'all were such good friends, and how much she appreciated your friendship, your support, and you really haven't replaced that friendship a lot, because she was like your ride or die.
Yes, I had to end up having a hysterectomy when it's been told me.
I'm sorry, honey. Oh, I'm sorry. She's very much saying, but you are still her mama. Like the baby in spirit, you are still her mama. So did you know if it was a girl? Because your friend's calling it a her. You're still her mama. I'm sorry about that. To have a miscarriage and then have a hysterectomy all at one time. That is a huge grieving process. I hope that you're allowing yourself time to grieve that. Grief comes in all shapes and forms. It's not just when we lose our loved ones. It can be, a loss of a life we thought we were going to have, loss of a part of our body.
I didn't. It was ectopic.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're safe and sound. Nowadays, I'm just not sure what would have happened to you with the laws we have going on right now. Thank you so much for letting me read your friend Priscilla, and she did an excellent job. She did a good job with her descriptions and letting you know that she has your baby. I appreciate her. She did a good job. Thank you, Priscilla. All right, who we got next?
Dustin, great grandpa, Carmen.
A great grandpa. I'll take it. You're welcome, Priscilla. Dustin wants great grandpa who? Garmin, like the GPS thing.
With 2 A's instead of an E, but yes.
Okay, so I was teasing your grandpa, just so you know, Dustin. If this is your grandpa, again, this is evidential, so please confirm or deny the information. I was teasing him, calling him Garmin. I said, like the.
Yep,
I know. I was like, I know. It's a cool name, but I was completely teasing him, and he took it well, for one thing, which tells me he had a good sense of humor. Another thing, he's like, I didn't need no damn Garmin. So he was definitely one of those men who never would have stopped to ask directions because he could smell it with his nose. He just knew where he was going, or that's what he says. He is also showing me this guy was a country boy. And if he lived out in the country or not, he was a country boy to his core. Very much liked nice things, could afford nice things, but he didn't really buy them. Like, he wasn't just going to go out and buy and splurge and spend money. You know what he very much reminds me of? I was a financial planner up in Minot, North Dakota when the Bakken Formation hit up there.
That sounds right. He was a hard worker.
So I was financial planning when the Bakken Formation hit. So you had these farmers who really never had a lot of money, had worked hard all their lives, and they're coming in sitting on like a lot of money. And I can still remember this one couple. They're sitting in front of me, and and they're talking. I'm talking to them about what to do with their money, how to invest it, blah blah. And the wife is saying, "Do you think we could buy that couch now?" And her husband's like, "Well, I just don't know, honey. I just don't know." I was like, "Leave this place right now and go and buy your wife that damn couch." So that reminds me of your grandpa. Like, he might have had it, but he was like, I worked hard for this money. I'm going to very much keep it. He is talking about, Dustin, that you're almost as good looking as your grandpa. I'm just saying. Almost, not quite. And of course he's saying it in a very teasing tone, which says a lot for his personality, that he is so very proud of you. He's proud of you that you are a man of integrity. He's telling me that you're a businessman.
That's very nice of him to say.
You're a businessman and you very much work with integrity, and he's not saying what the choices were, but because of some of the choices you've made in your life.
Yep,
Shoot.
working in insurance.
Oh, good for you. Congratulations. But you do it right. Like, I know sometimes insurance salesmen get a bad rap. But any well-developed plan, I don't know, do you sell, I'm about to give you a shout out, Dustin. Do you sell life insurance? What state are you in? Dustin, speak up now. Do you sell life insurance, and what state are you in?
Yes.
Y'all, I'm telling y'all, just today I did Indiana. All right. What agency are you with? Just today I did 7 readings. 5 of those readings, 5 of the 7 readings I did had tremendous regret over not having life insurance in place when they passed. He's with State Farm. So anyone interested in the Indiana area, to give a shout out to Dustin, and he's with State Farm. I promise you, none of these people expected to pass. And they left their families in tremendous turmoil because they did not have life insurance in place. And I know life insurance gets a bad rap until you need it. Please make sure that you have your family's finances in order and leave them set. Get a will, get your estate planning in order, and get some life insurance. And right here we have someone, Dustin, who is with State Farm in Indiana. So do a search for him. His grandpa says he's a guy of integrity. He's not going to sell you more than what you need. And no, I don't know Dustin. Just so we know, I'm not getting a kickback from this. I don't know Dustin. I just know what his grandpa said. And spirits don't lie. Just so y'all know. That's why I like him so much. All right. Thank you, Mr. Dustin, for letting me read your grandpa. Thank you, thank you. All right, who we got up next?
Deanna, Grandpa Dennis. I hope I'm saying it right because it's not a common spelling.
Deanna, Grandpa Dennis. Okay, Deanna, were you somehow named, like, did they take your grandpa's name and kind of finagle with it so it kind of looked like you were named after him? I'm just hearing that. Also,
Yes, my middle name is Denise.
oh, okay, very good. Her middle name is Denise, and that's kind of after her grandpa Dennis. Okay, that's the first thing he said, because I'm feeling, but I was kind of, thought I was hearing it wrong because I knew Deanna. There was no way Deanna could have been finagled to come from Dennis, so it's your middle name. Thank you for confirming that. Okay. This gentleman stepping up is very precise in his language. I want y'all to know that. Did not mince words. He said what he meant and meant what he said, and there was no like small talk involved with him. And not that he was rude or mean. There was just too much hot air in the world, he said. Too much hot air, and there's way too much now. Which tells me that he was a little bit political. Not huge political, but he didn't have a lot of tolerance for politics, and I don't know how well you knew him. He's also making me smell wood, like he worked with wood. I'm not sure if he was a carpenter, but you know how when you are cutting wood or it's being sanded, you get that fresh wood smell. He is very much making me have that fresh wood smell. This guy was tons of integrity. That's a lineage he's proud that he passed down to his family. He is talking about your schooling, Deanna. Have you graduated school or you're on a way to school? He's very much talking about your schooling.
He would go camping a lot and go for the wood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that. I don't love camping anymore. I used to.
Which is
Um, I don't really go camping anymore. Don't have time for it. Okay, so he's talking about your schooling, Miss Deanna. He's showing me you going back, either continuing school or going back to school. He's talking about just do it. Making me feel like you think you're too old or you don't have enough money. There's just, you're making all kinds of excuses as to why not to go back to school. And he's saying just do it. Okay, Deanna, I didn't graduate high school. Okay, but think about getting a GED. Very good. Please go back and do that. I knew what you meant, Deanna. I knew it says getting a bed, but I knew what you meant, GED. Please go back and get that, Deanna, and then go on to college. It's very much a show me our local community college. You deserve that. You owe yourself an education. Freedom. Education is freedom. All right. I want to do a little PSA before we go on to anything else. I will not direct message you. Just know that. I won't direct message you. So please do not send anyone any money. I have a couple of fun classes coming up. I hope y'all will join me. I have a couple of seats left in my Angels class. The Angels class starts October 4th. That's going to be fun. We're going to learn about angels, how do you contact angels, how do you communicate with angels and recognize their work in your life. Then also I have that book club. I'm Transforming the Living Legacy of Trauma. We are going to meet each week and kind of go over it and give each other support. Any tools in your toolbox you can have to make this journey on the earth a little bit better and kinder, gentler for you. We are all about doing. All right. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight for this subscription only live. This weekend, I have a huge busy weekend planned, so I don't think I'll be going live this weekend, but I will put out my live schedule. I'll try to put it out by Sunday, what I'm going to do next week. I'm having surgery on Thursday, so I'm hoping to maybe go live a little bit before that. All right. Thank y'all so much, and I hope y'all have a blessed evening.